welcome back to my channel. I'm Glamorous Beauty, and today I have a very exciting video for you. It's so fun. I had a blast filming this, so I hope that you guys truly love it. Now, real quick note, I do have lashes on in the intro, but you'll see at the end that I kind of left the look without the lashes so you guys could really get the full view of the look. If you've been waiting, which I know you have, to see how I create this look, then today is the day for you. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and make sure that you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys don't miss any of my content, because sometimes it don't get out there. Also, please double check to make sure that you're subscribed. I've had a couple of subscribers let me know that, you know, for whatever reason, they're not subscribed, so they're having to double check and continue to resubscribe. So please double check, my loves, and make sure you're subscribed. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. The original rainbow look that I had done, that I have posted up on Instagram, I used the NYX Bright palette, and it was phenomenal. It really was a beautiful palette. However, I forgot I had these. So these are the two that I'll be dipping into today. Is the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. It's really got a bunch of vibrant, beautiful shades in here. Also, the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival, which is also a very pretty, colorful palette. Originally, I had tried these two palettes, and I really wasn't the biggest fan. However, with the P. Louise base, and I'm in 02 Rumor, these really make a statement. Again, according to which base you lay down and you're working with, or concealer, it can have tremendous effects on the overall pigmentation in palettes. Let's go ahead and get started. I've already primed using the P. Louise base. I'm just going to go back in real quick, make sure it's not creasing because it's been a minute. I am obsessed with this brush. I've just got recently using it. It's the Ulta eyeshadow. That's all it says, but it's phenomenal. It has just the perfect amount of density to cut the crease. It really gets a nice sharp edge because it's just not so flimsy on the tip. So you can really go in there and define that cut crease. And then we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of tape. Yes, I have my foundation done, but this technique overall really doesn't mess with my foundation. I'll just go back in with the original foundation brush or sponge that I used to touch up. Get my hair up out my way now. Come on. And I just apply this at an angle, just so I can get that nice snatched look. And also, I will be diving into the Jaclyn Hill times Morphe palette just to grab this one shade that I'm going to use on the lower lash line. And that's going to be this green right here. And also I'll be using two other shades out here for the inner corner, because I love her shadows, especially for highlighting. Now we're just going to get started. Taking a nice packing brush, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked that comes in their Naked palette, the double-ended brush. I will also be using the Manny Lunar Beauty brush. However, this did break on this end, and I had to super glue it back, but it's still a really nice brush for packing and blending. First shade I'm going to go into is the Take Me Back to Brazil, and I'm going to be diving into both of these yellows. And now when I come in here, I'm just going to start blending actually at that inner corner and then coming up. Now we'll be packing this quite a bit, as it does take several dips to get full pigment. We are just going to clean the brush off. Going back into the Take Me Back to Brazil, we're going to be dipping into the orange. And with this orange, I'm going to be packing it here, but also bringing it into the yellow. Now cleaning our brush off, we will be going in to the purple in the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, as well as the Weekend palette by BH Cosmetics. And we're just going to pack that on right there beside the orange. These shadows pretty much blend themselves, so all you really have to do is pack, and they will basically blend into the other shade that it's beside. Then we're going to go back and intensify the orange a little bit. It's a bunch of back and forth with this kind of look. Now we're going to go in with the blue, and we're just going to take that and pack it here and somewhat come out also at the same time. Starting out, just packing. You can already see it starting to make that cut for you. And that's why I love the tape method. I'm just going to go back in with a little bit of orange. I'm going to add just a hair bit more purple. We are going to cut our crease using the P. Louise base. I just take a tad bit on the back of my hand and I work slowly so I can be more precise. The Ulta brush, taking a dab bit, and then we're just going to start carving. Always keep looking ahead and looking in the mirror. Open your eye, make sure you can see your cut crease real well so you know that you're going to be able to pick up your other shades. When I got to this point, I just ever so slightly drugged that. So I started around and then I brought it out. Once you get the cut crease where you want it, just continue to work nice and slowly to make sure that the edge is nice and crisp and nice and smooth and cleaned up. Alright babes, so now that we have this nice and cut and defined, we're going to go back in with that Manny MUA brush, going in to all of the pinks over here to start really getting this nice deepened outer corner. And we're just going to start packing it on, starting from up here and bringing it to about right there. Make sure that you have a ton of pigment there as well, and that you're not leaving any bare skin. Now we're going to clean the brush off and go into our shimmer. And the shimmer I'll be using today is the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival. And I'm going to be using this one. It's real nice, like duo, chromy, shifty kind of shimmer, and I absolutely love it. So we're just going to start packing that from here to the deeper pink. Now we have a nice line that we need to diffuse. And what I do is I look straight ahead because this eye is way bigger than this eye. So what I have to do is look straight ahead and see if I need to bring this over a little bit more to match this eye, or if both eyes are good to go. I'm going to take the P. Louise base and I'm going to just tap some right here so I can bring that shimmer over just a hair bit more like I did here. I'm just going to pat that right here just so I can lighten that. I'll go back in and just kind of drag that in a hair, like more blended. Now going back in with the shimmer so I can finish adding that over there. Taking a lighter pink and ever so slightly just patting in between them. And I mean, it is a very pastel pink. Now taking a little bit more of my deeper and darker pinks, I'm just going to re-intensify that outer V. Now we're going to go back up top. We're just going to intensify each one of these, the blue, the purple, the orange, the yellow. So now I'm going to go in with all my blues. I'm going to go ahead and remove the tape and then kind of intensify the rest. So it looks a little something like this. Now I'm going to intensify the purple. Okay, now we're going to go back into all of our oranges. And these shadows are so good with this P. Louise base. They blend themselves like it's effortless. It's awesome. Alright, so now that the top of the eye is done, we will be moving on to the lower lash line. Taking that same mani brush, making sure it's very cleaned off. And we're going to take the very small side originally, then flip to the other side to blend. Going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette to that green shade I was telling you about. We are going to place this very close to that lower lash line. Now once we have it all packed in there just like that, I'm actually going to take it and just kind of drag that down just a hair. And then I'm going to go in with this side of the mani brush into a very light pastel blue, which is this shade here. And I'm just going to take that to blend this out really, really good, so there's no harsh line. Okay, so once you get the fallout cleaned up, you're going to take a queen bee or whatever color you want in your waterline. It can be purple, yellow, pink, green, any shade under the star. I'm personally going to be using Queen Bee by Jeffree Star, his liquid lipsticks. They are 100% eye safe. And I'm going to be using my small eyebrow brush by Wet n Wild. This is perfect for applying shades in your waterline. And I just take it off of the applicator. And I'm going to pop that in that waterline. Now I'm going to take just a hair bit more because I want that a little bit more intensified. Alright, beauties, so after you get the waterline done, I went ahead and applied my mascara. However, I forgot to highlight the inner corner, and you know we can't be having that. To highlight the inner corner, we will be going in to the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette using these two shades. Just a little slight little dab in each just to mix them. Lastly, but certainly not least, we're going to take a little bit of the Anastasia highlighter, Amarezzi, taking my small little precise brush. This is the new technique I love doing with highlighter. And we're just going to ever so slightly find exactly where we want to lay this. And we're just going to press and pull. Just right there. And what it's going to look like is this. So my lighting is not picking up over here very well, but this is how it's going to look when the lighting hits it. So that's why I love this technique, but you just press and pull. Alright, so this is the finished cut crease rainbow look. I'm really loving it. I'm very proud of myself as this is just the second time I've ever done this look. Now, of course, I could definitely take this up a notch by doing a wing liner with it. I could also put on a pair of lashes, but I didn't want to do that for today's video because I really wanted you to see how to achieve this look. But anyways, guys, that is it for today's video. I really have been loving these more fun-filled, out-of-the-box, creative, more artful, playful looks. Make sure that you enter both our Thanksgiving and Christmas giveaways. They're right there, so just tap on those little videos and it'll take you to it. And without anything else to be said, I love you all, and I'll see you in my next